gentlemen, it has been a while. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've been starting up school, sports, and all of that jazz. But now we're back, and with it, we got set number 7128 speeder bikes. Now, when I picked this set up, I found a great deal on this one actually, with the box and all the little instructions and pamphlets that it came with. So yeah, anyways, starting off with this set, it's set number 7128, the speeder bikes. It has 90 pieces, 3 minifigures, 3 builds, and it originally retailed for $10 when it originally released back in March 1st, 1999. I picked this set up for about $32. If you want it new in box, it's going to be about $98 to $100. If you want it open like I got it, it's going to be around $30. Let's get into the minifigures. Starting off with the indoor Luke Skywalker. This figure is basically the same as the other Luke Skywalker. This time he just has his indoor clothes. He's gonna have that black hand for when he gets his hand cut off. There's one printing on this entire figure, and that is his body. His face is the same from the previous Luke, same as his hair. It's just plain black legs and nothing else. He's got that chrome hilted lightsaber with the green blade. He looks iconic for the 1999 era, obviously by today's standards. He's not that great. Now, I don't have another indoor Luke Skywalker to compare him to, so I can't tell you if this one is the best or the worst we've ever gotten. But I can tell you that for this set, he's a decent inclusion, and he looks okay at best. Next up, we got the Scout Troopers. New, these guys are going to be about $9, and used, they're going to be about $4. And that used is really talking about whether they have yellowing, because they're so white. These figures get a little bit more interesting printing as they get a little bit more, like, I don't know what to call it, but their torso printing is a lot, like, it kind of mirrors what we see today. And something interesting about these figures is that their visor was not actually in the helmet piece. So as you can see, the helmet is like completely hollow. I don't know why it's not focusing. Hold on. But yeah, the helmet is like hollow. And so the figures actually had, the like visor printed on their face. And yeah, so it's kind of odd why they would do that, and they even give him a mouth and stuff. Why they would do that, I don't know. He kind of looks like a guy wearing sunglasses until you put this on. And by the way, those white lines through the visor are actually not like scratching or anything. That's actually a part of the figure, and here you can see it in the second one, to make it look like there's tint to the helmet. And you do get 2 of these in the set, and I'll talk about why there's 2 in a minute. Now, just for comparison, this is the old Scout Trooper versus the newer ones that we get today, and this one is completely yellowed. I could not find my other one, which isn't yellowed, but yeah, you can just see that the printing and everything is just miles better. Even the helmet has so much more detailing, and also the helmet has a separate visor than the actual like figure. So yeah, obviously this one's gonna be way better because it's modern day. This one's just classic because this is their first attempt at these figures, and you gotta give it a little bit of credit for it. I mean, they did what they could, and it's unique to see how that that printing is like not with the visor. The only thing is, if this was even tilted a little bit away, you could see that yellow underneath. And we actually have this today in modern day where the visor is separate from the helmet. For example, this figure who uses that same separate visor piece technique. Anyways, you get 2 of them and they're pretty good for their value. This is probably going to be more than most minifigures we get in sets these days. Like Jango Fett's Slave 1 that I just bought a couple days ago comes with 3 figures and costs $70, whereas this one comes with 3 and costs $10. Obviously for inflation and stuff and all the value and price hikes and stuff, it's going to be $30, but still, like, come on, Lego. Moving on to the builds, let's talk about the bad before we get to the good. This is supposed to be a tree from Indoor. Keeping in mind that the trees on Indoor are freaking a bajillion feet high. This is the tree we got. Almost the size of 2 minifigures. Look, I get it. Lego wasn't gonna build a whole freaking giant tree for this set. But they probably could have just not included this because it looks so ugly. It's just too blocky, super short, and just does not fit. Like the same issue with the Naboo Swamp that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. It just, like, if you handed this to me, I wouldn't think, oh, that's Lego Star Wars. I would be like, a 2-year-old built this. I'm pretty sure most 2-year-olds could actually build a better tree than this. It's built using the same technique over and over, where you just use big brick, then you put the little shrub piece with the corner piece all the way around, and they did it a couple of times, and they said that was good. One thing I'll say is, if you don't want Luke to be holding his lightsaber, a good place to hide it would be back on this clip. So if you want Luke to be riding the bike, you don't want him to have his lightsaber, you can clip it back here. That's just something I would do, but you can still see it. I don't know. Maybe y'all would do it. Maybe if you flipped it this way, actually. Yeah, if you flipped it this way, you could hide it. But, like, you can still see the green. I don't know. This build is just so bad. And I guess for $10, it included this, which wouldn't be bad. But now buying it for $30, and this. When I was shopping for this, actually, I saw just this whole build was selling for $50. And I said, there's no way anyone was going to buy it. Next day I looked, it was bought. So, please don't buy this. Like, you could probably make this with pieces that you have in your collection. I don't know. My point is, this is bad. It's bad. It's terrible. And it just, yeah, it's bad. Now let's move on to the good. And the good build in this set is this, a speeder bike. And this is probably one of the best speeder bike builds I've ever built. Especially for modern day when we get crappy speeders in battle packs and stuff. Anyways, the point is, this is a great speeder. And to that, you get 2 of them. 2 really great speeder builds for $10 plus a crappy tree, but no one cares about the crappy tree. And in modern day Lego, we're getting battle packs with the blockiest looking speeders for $35. I don't know, it just seems crazy. Anyways, let's get into the feature of this speeder bike. It's a speeder bike. You're gonna swoosh it around and it's gonna swoosh around. But this front piece here is on a clip piece, and if you just flip it forward. Now it is in speeder bike mode. This is a stand, so when you flip it back down, it stands. And so, yeah, this is going to be when it's in flight mode or speeder mode. Now, you're going to take your scout trooper, and you're going to actually remove his megaphone weapon, and it actually goes on the side like this. So, yeah, there's actually a way to equip his weapon, and it's pretty easy. You sit him down. Actually, this one stands. You stand him up, put his arms in the right position, put him on there, and you just clip him into place. As easy as that. You flip this up, and now you're ready to play. If you wanted to, this backpack isn't held in by anything in specific, so you could just take this off and put it on to Luke or any of the scout troopers if you wanted to. Really, it's just there for looks. The only thing I'd say I don't like about this speeder is the skis. The skis just lean it forward when, like, I'd say if you're playing with it and you're flying it, I'd remove them because this is even, so it'll still stay on the ground. Then when you want to put it back into landing mode, you take it off and you put this back on. I don't know, it seems like a lot of work for something that kids probably went. One thing that's sad about this set is I wish there was a Leia, because in this scene, Luke and Leia commandeer the speeder bikes. I would have given up the crappy tree for a Leia minifigure. Regardless, the set comes with 2 of these bikes, which is accurate to the scene. So you just take your second one, do the same thing, remove the microphone piece, put it on the underside like this, and now you have 2 of them. Lean him forward, put his hands there. I don't feel like doing it. Take him out of, that one's tougher. Take them out, and now you have them flying, and you can have Luke in here to come and, I don't know. Kids probably had a lot of fun with this one. This is actually one of my favorite sets from this era, just because I think the speeder bike builds are just phenomenal. They did such a good job capturing them. And they're accurate to the scene. I mean, there's 2 of them. They're exactly the same builds. I just wish that there was like a Leia or anything. And also, this is the times when probably this on the side would have been stud shooters or something. Because all sets need to have a plate feature. Kids can't just use their imagination and pretend to shoot things. I don't see the appeal of stud shooters, and personally, that's why I like these old sets. It's because they didn't have any stud shooters. I don't know. I just like this set, I guess, because it's so simple, except for the crappy tree. You get a Luke, you get 2 scout troopers, 2 bikes, and you just indoor. Had I wished there was another minifigure? No, not really. I could do without it. Another thing is that this is a set that was released in 1999, so obviously not everything is there. And I'm reviewing this years later, so it doesn't really matter what I say because Lego has improved on this and made better sets based off this scene, except for some sets that are overpriced. My overall opinion on this, yeah, it's good. I like it. I would have preferred without the tree, but since it's there, it's there. I don't know. I just like the set. I think it's good. I think it's cool. I think it did what it was meant to do, which is accurately display the scene. Now we're going to move on to the box and other things. Here's the original box from the set. It's obviously seen better days, but it's decent. On the front, you're going to get the picture and by the way, there's the trees that are supposed to be high, and there's that tree. Maybe it's supposed to be a bush. Does not look that way. Looks like it's supposed to be a tree. 90 pieces. You can see it's 7 to 12. Some information on the bottom. On the side, it's going to show Luke with the 2 scout troopers. There's that iconic Star Wars logo. On the back, it's the alternate build that you could make with these, which LEGO did up until like, I think 2005 maybe. Not for 0 to 3, but for 7 to 12. So yeah, there's Luke again. When you open this box up, it's the same punch tabs that we have today. You'd open it up, you get your bags, but you'd also get a bunch of papers. Look at that, there's so many papers, and it's just bland inside. This first one is going to be a catalog of other Star Wars sets from this time. Bam. There's that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I actually have reviews coming up on these 3 later. I've already done a review on this one. There's some more other themes that they had. Adventures, space. I think that's Bionicles. Can't really tell. It's just Technic. Ninja and City Center. So yeah, that's that first one. And then there's another theme that they had called Rock Raiders. That piece looks really chrome, but I doubt that it was like that. I don't know, I'm not a big Rock Raiders, I don't understand. Next thing you'd get is this little thing that was like for you to join the Lego Cub back then. And it just had a whole bunch of information so you could join it. And it's just telling you about it. Join the Lego Club free, fill out your coupon today. And then on the back, it was just more sets with stuff. And look at that X-Wing. Maximum wingspan. If you're a big Star Wars fan, you know that's incorrect. But it won't really matter. And the final piece of paper you got was actual instructions. And it matched the front of the box. You'd open it up, you build the set, and there's some little scenes up there. See how there's 2 scout troopers and 2 speeder bikes? Just like the set. And if you keep going through it, it'll show all the scenes, and there's when his bike explodes. Luke, 2 scout troopers. I don't know if it repeated any scenes. But yeah, it did what it was supposed to. It built your Lego set. There's some pictures of the set and then the alternate build. In most Lego instructions, the alternate build will be the very last page, like this. But on this one, it's the very back. I don't know. Just interesting. Lego no longer does any of this stuff. They give you the bags, your instruction booklet, and you build it. Because everything is online these days, so there's no need for this. But yeah, I think people sell these old pamphlets and stuff for like a ton of money. I'm not gonna sell mine because I like nostalgia of it. But yeah, I got all of this for only $30, which is a pretty good steal, I thought. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.